The three lowest, is it greylags?
Think Sweden, think moose. Think Sweden, think goose. Roy has been invited by Aimpoint, manufacturers of the famous red dot sight, to meet the father and son goose shooting team Ulf and Simon Gustafsson.
Can you, when I'm doing that, can you just sit behind me and give me a push up? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Thanks. I've got no problem at all shooting from standing. The one thing I'm really worried about with this trip is actually managing to sit up in one of the hides and shoot. So I think we need to practice that before we do anything else. Otherwise, I am definitely going to have David behind me with his size 10 just to give me a boot up the backside.
Actually, 19-year-old Simon is the boss, Ulf is the hired help, but together they are the Goose Busters. For the last 5 years they have been trying to make a dent in the meteoric population growth of greylag and Canadas along the west coast of Sweden.
The geese numbers in Sweden have increased like this, just racing straight up.
Probably as long as I live, we won't be able to decrease the populations here in Sweden.
Their approach is refreshingly holistic. They have built a community of farmers, landowners and hunting groups to try and deliver effective pest control over a vast area.
That is one of my main issues with these things, to get hunters together, cooperating, having fun together, instead of just watching your fields and never let anyone else in. We have a slight problem.
Roy
here.
looks nervous.
There is something getting in the
way. In the way, here, yeah?
So
it won't close.
Yeah, it's not too low.
He needn't have worried. With a target out in front, his prey drive kicks in and he's out of the blind like a goose-fat smothered ninja.
No! Yeah, dead bird.
That works.
Dead bird. Yeah. That landed. Oh. Put your head down.
They're down.
Yeah! Here we go.
Joining us for our goose hunting is Alex Nordin from Aimpoint and French filmmaker and fellow YouTuber Philippe from the Fallu hunting channel. He, like Roy, has been through the Aimpoint Academy, so has learnt all about the different red dot products. For the shotgun shooting, we're using the Micro S1. It's a little bit of kit that has seen Ulf and Simon's shooting success rate go up by 20%.
When you are shooting, sitting shooting, that you get the stubble on your shotgun, it's difficult to see, it's difficult to aim, but with the red dot you get a really good chance to hit the bird anyway.
You always hit where the red dot is. So if you have the red dots on the goose, you will hit it and you will kill it.
Winchester semi-autos are the guns of choice for these guys. Probably more important than the gun is the shell you put through it.
Simon is a nerd on ammo.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being a nerd, but
we have been trying a lot of different ammunition types.
Yeah.
And, this one, the Winchester ZZ Pigeon, is the one we have got stuck for, because it's a high velocity, around 420 meters a second.
Okay.
And it's a 36 grams.
Is that lead free or is that?
This is lead.
It is lead. Okay.
There are lots of punching power in the geese, so you get them where you shoot them.
Okay, but over in Sweden you don't have any restrictions on using lead free.
We have.
You have.
We can't shoot where the water is less than
2 meters.
2 meters.
Okay.
So then we need. But when we are like this, away from the sea or lakes, so we can use lead.
Okay. If we're shooting waterfowl, then we have to use lead-free, so we have to use bismuth or steel or tungsten or whatever else. But you were just saying there that if you are shooting on the foreshores or if you're shooting by the sea, then you use a faster cartridge on the steel.
Yeah, in the steel, the most important thing is the speed, because the speed will kill the bird better. So as fast as you can get is my.
And what were you saying meters per second on your steel shots out here?
On my steel shells we have around 550 meters a second.
Okay.
So it's a very fast cartridges.
Yeah. That's it. So then you're getting the hydrostatic shock when you're hitting the birds as well.
Exactly.
Superb. And you were saying for crow hunting as well, that works really well.
Yeah, it is. We have been shooting a lot of crows. You get them really
It's time
close.
to check out where we are likely to be hunting in the morning.
Quite passionate,
The guys are nuts, absolutely nuts.
Reconnaissance is a big part of Simon and Ulf's success. They have eyes everywhere thanks to an expanding number of trusted in-the-field operatives. Even though this field looks busy, another better field lies 2 hours north, so we need to pack up everything we'll need for the morning, including decoys.
We have been testing a lot of different decoys, and this is the one that have the best.
Oh no!
Whoa! And then. Whoa! Good shit.
Crazy Vikings. The long drive is worth it. The birds are arriving in numbers. This evening they'll head back to the coastal waters 2 kilometres from here. We hope they will return to feed in the morning. We want to be right where they are now. So to be in with a chance of a shot, we need to go native with our blinds.
So it's important that we have the same colours as the field in general. And as well we take from this field what we can collect. And we will as well put together in plastic sacks as much as we can get to just straw around the blind tomorrow morning. You see the difference here? Yellow and white. Every time we hunt, we do this job, except when we have the possibilities to dress like swans. The swans, we love the swans, because when they enter the fields, fly up from the sea and from the lakes, we just dress like them, and we save ourselves a lot of time doing the camouflage. This technique is from the States, yeah. And the guys that taught us, the DK Way brothers from Denmark, they were raised in the States, doing a lot of waterfowl. So they brought this to Europe, improved the equipment, improved the decoys, which is really important.
A huge amount of work goes into delivering a successful day. When Ulf and Simon take clients, they guarantee 50 birds. Any less and they reimburse some of the fee, and they don't do that often.
Okay, now David was being very rude about my hide covering capabilities, and he was saying it looked like I was stuffing Wurzel Gummidge's suit. But I think that is looking absolutely superb as far as I'm concerned. I think that'll hide me. So if it'll hide me, it's got to be good. What do you reckon? I mean, come on. Let's have the official look, or the official judging on my hide.
Professional view.
Yeah.
I think you've done this before.
Yeah, thank you.
Looks really professional.
Thank you.
Perhaps you were born in such a thing.
More than likely. That's it.
You are almost Danish.
With the blinds rethatched, we leave them on the field edge so they too get wet from the dew. After a few short hours, we're back and building a pattern around our colour-coordinated blinds.
We just got on the field and it's just like a military operation. The guys are just flat out getting everything set up. Luckily, just behind where we've got the blinds, we've got a little bit of long stubble that's been left right in the middle here, which is absolutely perfect because it'll just give it a little bit more camouflage to the blinds that we were setting up. And literally these guys are just out, decoys out. They want to put a set of about 120, 130 decoys out, and then we're going to add to the pattern as we start shooting birds a little bit later on. So yeah, I'm seriously enjoying watching it all go on. And again, just watching the fieldcraft and watching the different techniques is just phenomenal, and so much to learn again from seeing the way that different people do different things.
We always try to get like a loose banana form in our decoys, with the wind in our back, so the geese can land in the area just in front of us.
So what have we done here? You've centralised the sort of Canadas.
We centralised the Canadas because we want them to aim for us, because we don't have any wind today.
Right.
So when they are going to land, they are just going to go straight down and land in front of us.
Okay.
The greylags are going to circle a bit, and then we have more opportunities to shoot them better.
Right.
So therefore we have the greylags in the flanks and the Canadas in the middle,
right.
Because then we can have the opportunity to shoot them both species in a better way.
Not so.
Right.
But the taxes season.
Now all that's left is to wait.
It doesn't matter where you are in the world, whenever you're out first light and just seeing everything come to life, and the dawn coming through, it is just absolutely stunning. I mean, Sweden's a particularly beautiful country anyway, but yeah, just being out on a stubble field and seeing it all go on. When 2 o'clock arrived this morning, I was not looking forward to it, but yeah, again, it's the same as all hunting. Once you get out there and see it all emerging and see everything starting, and the excitement starts to build. It's just absolutely fabulous.
Our first arrivals are barnacle geese. They are protected, but their interest is encouraging.
The 3 lowest. Is it greylag?
Good fieldcraft gets you close to wildlife, and these guys want to be close. They want to hit the numbers hard, but it is tough when it comes to the smarter greylags. They hope all the preparation pays off and the 5 guns shoot well.
Good shooting! Yes! More coming!
That is a lot of fun. Excellent. I think we've got a few on that one.
The pattern and blinds have worked to a point. For the last half an hour we moved as the birds were landing to the left, plus the aerial shot shows that even with the lighter straw from the same field woven into the blinds, we are still too dark, and greylags know something is wrong.
Well, no, that was a beautiful morning, wasn't it? I mean, yeah, the conditions were not good for us though, were they?
We had no wind.
No.
It was 0 or 1 meter per second.
Yeah, yeah.
Which meant that they didn't want to land right in front of us.
Yeah. Everything was going over to our left-hand side.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they were just going across.
And you feel now the small wind we have.
Yeah, it's just coming from that left side.
So
yeah.
they went towards the wind.
Yeah.
As they normally do.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
And in the end of the hunt, we changed the blinds, moved the blinds.
Yeah.
But
that's it. Just a little bit
too late.
But I mean, still a phenomenal morning. I mean, what have we got there? 51 was it, or 52?
51.
51. Okay, no, brilliant.
It's a really, really good hunt.
Yeah, yeah. No, that was superb. And beautiful to watch them coming in through the valleys. I mean, you could see them miles away, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And just see the skeins coming, and then obviously the calling just focused them in on the pattern, and away we went. But yeah, no, I mean, just stunning. But no, that was really lovely. Thank you for that this morning.
That was really good.
Yeah, yeah. No,
thanks for joining us.
No, hopefully tomorrow we'll get a bit of wind and away we go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
With all the geese, decoys, shells and blinds collected, there is some breasting to be done.
These Canadians we leave for smoking.
We're always told that Canada's taste like a brick. So
Yep.
is that true?
No, it's not true. Not if you do it the right way. Actually, you can even eat the meat without smoke it if you do it the correct way. We usually put it into yogurt with special bacteria for a couple of days in the fridge. It tenders the meat, and then you cook it via a slow cooker or crock pot or something. Most Canadians we smoke, or we do hamburgers or sausages together with other wild game. It's a waste just to throw it away, and I think we have to respect nature as well. It's one part of the hunting, has been since we went down from the trees.
To celebrate a successful morning, we have goose burgers on the barbecue. As they cook, we have a chance to chat with the Frenchman who shot his first greylag this morning.
I'm no used to have so many guns together, and we don't see. I won't say we don't see anything, but close to. We are in the blind, waiting, and so then there is the shout. There is the scream, "Ah!" Okay, open, you're just looking after the geese, and everybody is firing in the same time. You are not really sure at every time that it is yours. So I've seen many times that the bird was falling, I was just pulling the trigger, so I was late.
We're here to look at the practical uses of the S1. How have you found it?
It's pretty amazing. I first thought that would be complicated because I shot so many rounds without anything on my shotgun. But for when the birds are coming and you are standing waiting, I think it's a very good way to improve your result. It was very good experiment. It's a lot of work to do it properly. They are gifted, I think, because they know it very well, so they are very good guides, and it's a very good way to understand this way of hunting and to taste it.
Full of goose burger, it's time to hit the road for more recon. This time we head south. Once again, communication is key. This is definitely where we will be in the morning, and the hope is our blinds will match the stubble come 4 AM. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It's all change.
When we got on the field, we realised that the camouflage that we had on the hides was completely unsuitable, because we've got just a little bit of stubble on here, and then there's a lot of bare earth, so we just had to take off all the camouflage that we put on the hides a couple of days ago, just to try and get them to blend in a little bit more. So it's just a military operation, everybody just pitches in. And I think that's something about this hunt as well, because you've got a team of 5 or 6 guys doing it. It is just a very social occasion, so you're all there for the common goal, and it's lovely to see actually. So everybody just pitches in. We've got the hinds cleaned off. We've now got all the decoys out. We'll be clearing the cars off the field in a minute. And the way that light came in so quickly yesterday, it's not going to be long before we've hopefully got the first shimmerings of geese coming through. They were saying in the afternoons here you get larger flocks coming in together to feed, but in the mornings you just get the family groups coming through. So you'll have skeins of 7, a dozen or whatever else. So it's a lot more effective from a pest control perspective, because then when you've got a team of guns there, then you can hit them a lot harder and effectively.
It's a gorgeous morning, and when the birds come, they come in numbers. But they're not dropping in front as we hoped. We move once, then a second time, and start building a bag.
the sky absolutely filled with geese at the minute. They're just coming from everywhere. So it's been absolutely manic. So the pattern didn't work straight off. The geese were coming in and flaring, and then we just had to be moving patterns, moving the hides, moving the patterns, moving the hides, and we've just got into a position now. We've just got a little bit of wind starting, and they're just coming in. They're not overly keen to commit 100%, so we're just taking them on the flight line now as they're starting to come over the top of us. But it's certainly making for some fun shooting. So we've got quite a few down. I don't know where we are. I don't think we're quite as good as we were yesterday, but the action's certainly hotting up, so hopefully we've got another 30-45 minutes of it, so fingers crossed.
Roy and the rest of the guys are shooting well, even with the obvious restrictions of the blind and fast reaction shots, which is where the guys feel the Micro S1 delivers. Awkward angles and straw-covered ribs do not impede you finding the target.
In these kind of blinds where you're lying down, you will probably have quite a hard time to get the right angle over the ribs. So with the S1 you could just focus on the target, and when you get up you will see the red dot and you're good to go. Because it is quite hard to get out of the blind and be quick on the target. It's fast shooting. They want to stay in the sky waiting for you.
And that, I think, is pretty much it. We had, just action after action after action. It was superb. Yeah, a brilliant day. I don't know what we've ended up with, but bloody good fun, wasn't it?
Awesome day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Once the birds stop coming, we have a bag of 80+ and a win-win situation. Great sport, farmland protected, and a quality meat product. For more information about joining Simon and Ulf for some serious fun, go to gorsejagterinvest.se. And to find out more about the Micro S1 Red Dot site, go to aimpoint.com.